week I've seen more than 8. Well, I've seen many foxes. I was about to finish it off. Let's see if I have it in the backup. Okay, I didn't save it, but I can recreate it. I need to clean up my room today. I have some laundry that I need to fold up and put in my laundry in my closet. Then I need to wash my bed sheets, but I think I'll do that all tomorrow. If I don't have work, I may just do it tonight actually. Okay, I'm going to play the notes with staccato now. What staccato means, it means that you're playing the notes without sustain. That's what staccato means. And I'm going to increase the velocity so that you can hear the aggression in the piano melody. So how to achieve staccato? You shorten the notes. I always tell my friend, I work with her a lot, Liwake, when we're in the studio, we should always play piano. So she trained as a classical pianist, so she's used to playing with sustain and a slow release. However, due to my experience, I prefer notes with staccato. And then so staccato might remove the emotion. So how to then increase the emotion with staccato is by playing around with the velocity. That's my secret, actually. I play with velocity. That's why my music sounds emotional. I play with velocity. I learned this from Sam Smith. Well, I didn't learn it from Sam Smith. His performance, how I learned how Sam Smith uses performance, he performed at the Brit Awards, and I took that audio file in 2023, and then I muted out all the high frequencies and I let the low frequencies play. And I realized that in that song, the reason why it was so emotional is because the bass guitarist was playing velocity. So I took that lesson and I applied that to everything else, because before then I was playing notes without velocity. So I realized that they use velocity well, I don't think they did it intentionally because it was a session player, but I use it intentionally. That's how I always bring out my emotions. And then I found the perfect synthesizer to complement my velocity. And then somehow it disappeared. And my hard drive missing as well with all my drum kits. But as I was saying, this is my piano melody, so I'm going to make it staccato and I'm going to play around with the velocity. Can you hear that? That's staccato. So some notes are going to have, some chords are going to be in staccato, and then some of them I'm going to give them a slow release. You actually scratch the thing. Okay, I think I see where I'm going with this. Well, I hear where I'm going with this. Maybe a D. Yeah. So I'll go from a D to an A sharp. This would be much easier if I had my MIDI or my Korg, but I'll use true pianos. Now we need a melody. Perhaps a marimba. I cannot find a marimba. I lost my sounds. Perhaps there's something in my M1. Ooh, actually, I'll use this piano. This piano might sound better. Ooh, actually, wait, perhaps if I maybe change the key. I mean, maybe if I change the octave. Let's see. Yeah. And I'm gonna put a compressor on it. What compressor I'm going to use? I used to use this long ago. It's called OTT. And it was a trick we used to use back in the day. We used to put OTT on the master. It's a compressor, it's a exciter as well. It's a compressor, it's an exciter. What that means is it brings energy into the mix and also compresses the sound. Why it needs to be compressed, we need to remove the harshness. We need to remove the peaks from the sound, hence why we use a compressor. But I prefer not to be the mix engineer or mastering engineer. I prefer to be the creator. But I do work hand in hand with engineers. I know what they're doing. I did study this. So we work hand in hand. Can you hear the difference with OTT? Then I'm going to use an M1. Then I'm going to go do, 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 do. Then from there, I'll take out the piano and keep the M1 because the 2026 sound, well, I actually designed this sound in 2023. I realized with my 4D sound idea. And I learned this from Mr. Champagne Puppy. The secret for 2023 going onwards, it's not about high frequencies anymore, it's about low frequencies. That's how we're moving in, because we want to make them feel the music in their heart. And the only way you can do this is with low vibrations, which means you have to use lower frequencies now. Hence why I changed it up and I started focusing more on lower frequencies than higher frequencies. Okay. I'm going to change this to Now normally with this classical organ, it should mainly be used to, we shouldn't use it with many notes. We should use it sparingly, because this sound, the classical organ, it's an ear candy sound. It's mainly an ear candy sound. So if we go too crazy on it, it may lose focus and it may make the ears tired. That's what I realized about this classical organ M1. That's why it hits perfectly in my song Break of Dawn, because I used it sparingly. And then I also then went crazy with it in my song, in my garage song that I also composed with my friend. I sent it off. I sent the stems off before I lost my sounds. So that could be my backup song, which is good. But I should have sent off my drum and bass song. I hope I still have the stems. If I have the stems for my drum and bass song, I will send that off as well, and that's fine. I think I'll drop the M1 for tonight. I don't feel like it. I'll rather create an M1 in the studio. I'm going to lower the tempo. There we go. Anyways, it's night time. I have to sleep, and I don't want to make noise for the lads. So that's today's melody. But something's just not the same anymore. Actually, I'll save this melody in my head. I'll create it in the studio. I'll just remember, I have the video now, so I'll remember what it sounds like. but there's one project I enjoyed yesterday. I think I called it Document 10. Ooh. Like this one. Anyways, that's about it. Ends tonight's vlog. Kinda knackered. Kinda knackered today. This is me in my sin bin.